The United States has released the annual Human Rights Country Report, which lists the Bahamas' pitfalls and successes regarding the sensitive issue. Good evening, everyone. I'm Keishla Adderley.
And I'm Charisma Robinson. The report is used to provide information that helps the U.S. Congress, executive branch, and courts in making decisions where accurate information on human rights is critical.
Now, it also supports the work of advocates, lawmakers, scholars, multilateral institutions, and other governments. Our Janaea Noel Ferguson takes a closer look.
The most serious human rights problems in the Bahamas were reported as the mistreatment of irregular migrants, an insufficient judicial system, and an increase in retaliatory crime against both witnesses and alleged perpetrators. Now, the report also cited corruption and lack of government transparency, stressing that the government did not implement the law effectively and officials engaged in corrupt practices with impunity. The Human Rights Report indicated that there was frequent reports of government corruption during the year 2015, and a procurement process was susceptible to corruption and contains no requirement to engage in open public tenders or allow award decisions to be reviewed. The former BEC board member charged with bribery was also highlighted in the Human Rights Report. Now, the issue of public disclosure by public officials also concerning, as there was no independent verification of the data declared by government officials, and the rate of submitting that information was said to be, quote, weak, except in election years. Now, the report, which focused on the year 2015, detailed prison overcrowding with poor sanitation, inadequate access to medical care and maximum security, and buckets still being used to collect human waste. Improvements were, however, acknowledged. Extensive renovations to the eastern block of the prison is ongoing, and cells were outfitted with flushing toilets, bedding, and televisions. Poor living and working conditions was also reported at the Carmichael Road Detention Center, and from January to October 2015, 157 complaints were lodged against police officers. Immigration issues also highlighted in the report. In response to the new immigration policy rolled out in November 2014, the Human Rights Report noted that as of October 2015, there were 9 asylum requests. But as it relates to the judiciary, the report realized that procedural shortcomings and trial delays were a problem, and the courts were unable to keep up with the rise in criminal cases. The backlog of cases, they said, were growing. Once cases went to trial, the report stated that they were further delayed due to inaccurate handling or presentation of evidence. The Bahamas was, however, praised for its implementation of the Persons with Disabilities Act, although challenges still exist. And commendation was also given for the many freedoms Bahamian people enjoy under the Constitution. A full and complete report regarding the status of internationally recognized human rights is conducted every year. Janaea Noel Ferguson, ZNES Network News.